hello! Coincidentally, Frosty's trivia of the day was about an island that disappears and reappears. Sounds like Jabberwock Island or whatever this Ferdinandia, whatever. Hello! Hello! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Dee Dee. Hi, Zon. Hi, Ranger, the ever sappy. You will never live it down, apparently. Oh, how was everyone's Wednesday? Mine was something. I don't know if I forgot to set my alarm or I just turned off my alarm. Because I woke up in the middle of the night, feeling fully awake and hey, it's 5 a.m., right? No, it was 3 a.m. So it took an hour and a half before I fell back asleep because, when you wake up wide awake, it's oh no. And then, yeah, I either slept through the alarm I set or I just ignored it completely. And then I'm I didn't know you had siblings, Ranger. Hi, Ranger sister! I scream as though if I just say it loud enough, it'll come through the headphones. Hi, Ranger sister. Everybody say hi to Ranger sister. It's we're a kindergarten class. Say hi, everyone. Hi. Lots of driving, but at least you got to do work. Hey, that's positive. You mentioned you had a sister before? I totally blanked then. I can't remember everything about you guys, sadly. But yeah, no worries. No worries. Ugh. But other than, yeah, I was, an hour late to work because, when you wake up at, 8:15 and your shift starts at 8:45 and it takes 15 minutes, driving to get there, I'm yeah, there's no way you're gonna get there in time. Forget about washing your face and having breakfast. Just if you immediately got dressed and ran out the door, you might barely make it on time. So I'm no, if I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna take my time and be fashionably late and make sure I eat and stuff so I can actually do a good job today. Otherwise, remember Ranger saying they were the oldest sibling? Ah, fair enough. I try and remember miscellaneous facts about you guys, but I mean, there's only so much memory storage in this, and, I gotta remember all the gacha stuff. I gotta remember all the gacha mechanics for all my different games. I'd rather complete the routine and be in. Absolutely. Because, yeah, I took an Uber, and, I mean, it was 10-15 minutes, but, yeah, by the time I got there, it was, 9:45-ish, and I'm yeah, I'm very late. And I took a short lunch, but I'm yeah, I'm still gonna need to stay, an extra, 20 minutes to make up the extra time. But that's okay. An extra 20 is not as bad, but, yeah. Because my lunch is usually an hour, so, you chop off, the 30 minutes here. You add, a little bit more at the end of the day, and I can start a little earlier tomorrow or cut my lunch short, and then I've made up all the hours. I don't have to, report how many hours I work per day, as long as it, equals, the, 36.25 or whatever hours per week. That is okay. So they don't know. Yeah, I guess that's the nice thing about being the first one, and I'm technically the last. Because, God, it was so funny. Teams called me out at some point Because I guess Microsoft Teams now has this thing where, like, based on your usage, it recommended suggested work hours to me. It's like, hey, you seem to prefer working between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Do you want to change your work hours? I'm like, that's not my choice. I don't have a choice in this. 9 a.m. is the absolute latest I'm allowed to start. I would love to do 10 to 6 instead. Because I definitely don't. My brain does not start working properly until 10 a.m. So staying until 6 p.m. would suck. Because, like, my peak, I guess, function hours are, like, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. But at least if I started at 10 a.m., I would have I could have, like, more leisure time in the morning, but whatever. Calling you out 100%. They're like, hey, we noticed you barely do anything for the first hour at work. I'm like, yeah. Hi, Jambola. Hello. How you doing? We were just talking about how I was late today and everyone's different schedules, work schedules, stuff. Zon's like, if I'm late, no one really knows because I'm the first one in. It's like, oh, lucky. I'm the last one. You start at 7:30, but usually arrive. Yeah. Understandably. My brain's like, no, because I've been on the 8 a.m. shift before, like the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it's like, I can do it. Oh, but I'm useless for like half the day. Because like I said, my brain doesn't kick in until like 10 a.m. really. At least if I'm doing like, 8:45 to 4:45. Like what I'm doing right now, I only lose like an hour of my day, basically. And if I get caught up in the flow, I kind of end up pushing past my 3 p.m. brain shutdown, and I kind of stay productive until about 4. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just spit in my chair for the last 35 minutes. On the Hololive clips. I see. I'm just straight up playing VODs on my phone at low volume. Because unless there's no one else in the office, no one can hear anything. Because, I'm in, the back corner. My, station's in, the very back corner, surrounded by walls on 3 sides. They literally put me in a box. I'm just a cat in a box. Mau mau. God. Apothecary Diaries has started. I need to... It's like, I don't know if I want to wait and binge until there's, a few more episodes. Because I feel like if I run into a cliffhanger with any of those episodes, which we will, at some point, it's going to drive me absolutely bananas. I hate cliffhangers. And your director sits right... Oh, yeah, my boss. Her office is, technically right behind me. It was so funny because I almost always have... Oh, hang on, I forgot to plug in my headphones. Well, you guys probably heard a little bit of Danganronpa. But yeah, when I first started working there, it was interesting to try and explain to them how, Granblue works, because I almost always have Granblue up on my phone, and they're like, you're not working, you're playing games. I'm like, technically, yes, there's a game open on my phone. However, technically, it plays itself. It's like, what? I'm like, Yeah, I just push a button that says go, and it just takes care of the fight itself. And so, like, I only have to push a go button every, like, 30 minutes. So it's like, yeah, it's technically playing a game, but, like, not really. It requires zero input from me, That must be fun to explain. Oh, it was fun in, like, the worst way possible, where you keep getting accosted and accused of, like, slacking off at work. I'm like, no! No! And I'm like, listen, just like, I don't wanna... Because what was it? Oh my god, this just reminded me, because I talked to my manager about it. I'm like, okay, so, like, here's the thing. You're always, like, you're on your phone. It's like, I'm not actually on my phone. But I do, like, the Pomodoro method, where, like, it's 40... What is it? 40 minutes on, 5 minutes off, or, like, something like that. So, like, you're just unfortunately catching me during those 5-minute breaks quite often. And then she hits me with the, well, if that's the case, like, you need to get, like, a doctor's note saying this is medically required. Otherwise, it's not fair because you get an extra 5-minute break compared to everyone else per hour. I'm like, are you serious? We're really going down this path, huh? It's like, fine. I'll stop looking at my phone during those 5 minutes. I'll just walk to the frickin' bathroom and sit on the floor then. The second an outsider walks up to my desk, they're like, what the heck is going on here? Nothing! We pay you by the hour, not the 55 minutes? Well, I mean, technically they do. Technically they do, but come on. I was literally trying to work today while my manager has a 25-minute talk with another co-worker about the fact that they both go to the same dentist. I'm like, why are y'all allowed to yap for 25 minutes, but I'm not allowed to check my phone? It's like, come on now. We've all, but that's different. Yeah, ma, 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 ma. It's different, but look. It's like, I don't know what to tell you guys. I am the best apprentice apothecarist y'all ever had, from your own saying. So what if I check my phone a little more often than you would like? Is this new place or the old place? Still the old place. This is more so an issue in the past because my manager who sat behind me at the time, she's not coming with us to the new place because she retires this year. So she's like, no. She's like, I'm technically on like a secondment, so I'm not coming back for like I'm just gonna take early retirement, use up all my vacation and stuff. So I was like, cool. Never gonna have to see you again. Love that for me. Because, like, basically, I have anxiety. She has anxiety. But she is in an authority position to force me to do stuff that she doesn't want to do because of her anxiety. And then she admits that she's making me do it because she doesn't want to do it because of her anxiety. So, you know, that doesn't necessarily make me happy. It's like not quite what they mean by abuse of power, but like, you know, same energy. So like while we're going through all this transition stuff, she's asking me to jump through like 12 extra hoops out of her paranoia, stuff like that. So it's like, it's not going to be an issue in the new place because she's not coming with me. My manager is going to be 4 hours away in another city. So, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? So, like, it's gonna matter much less if manager comes to me like, hey, I've heard you're on your phone a lot. It means like someone in an irrelevant department snitched on me. And you know what they say? Snitches get stitches. Work drama, yeah. 95% of the time, I don't get it either. Like, I think one of my favorite times is when someone, like, a manager can talk to me about, like, checking, like, phone and, like, fairness and other stuff like that. Like, how would you, and, like, they pulled the, how would you feel if someone else did this and, like, you were, like, working hard? And I'm like, I wouldn't care. It's like, not a single person here is actually doing this job out of love. Like, let's be real here. No one works a job because they love it. We all work a job because we're expected to, and it's the only way to live. Like, I don't care what other people do on the clock. The only time I would care is if I get in trouble, but they don't. Yeah, unless it's causing me more work, I don't care. I'm like, literally, I don't care. Like, what do I know? Maybe they have permission from their boss to do it. Maybe they have an accommodation. You know, like, they could have, like, you know, whatever. Like, whatever's going on. Like, they're checking their email because their kid's on a school trip or something like that. Like, I don't care. That took way too long. Welcome back. You did your duty as the eldest sibling. Oh my god. I just checked my phone because I heard it buzzing, and Yuna was like, Skrunkly's home, and I'm like, who's Skrunkly? And so I opened the text, and it's an image of her Shadow the Hedgehog Nendroid. I'm like, of course that's Skrunkly. Almost the same energy as I had to suffer to pay for college. Why should these kids? 100%. Yeah, it's like, literally, I'm like, I don't care. Like, did the work get done? Yes. As long as, like, you know, like, as long as the work got done, the deadline got met, who cares if someone procrastinated 4 days out of the week? It's like, that's not my problem. It's like, well, you never finished XYZ. I'm like, did you remind me? Well, no, it's not our job to remind you. I'm like, well, then it's your fault that I didn't get it done, because I can't help if I forgot something, because I'm human, you know? I think they want you to do extra work. Y'all can pay me for extra work then. Because I remember when, all of this stuff happened, and, like, all of these mergers were happening, and they were like, such and such co-workers really overworked. Can we give you, like, these extra duties? And I'm like, can I negotiate extra pay? It's like, no. I'm like, well then, I will take this as an order, and so yes, I will do this. However, if it doesn't get done, it's not my fault. Because it's not officially on my duties. It's like, sure, I'll do the other admin's work if and when I have time. Because without any kind of incentive, y'all just throwing extra stuff on my already full plate. And, like, I volunteered, but, you know. They Yes, they want you to put yourself above and beyond and get paid regularly. 1000%. And it's funny because they're like, sometimes they're like, you know, when you first started here, like your work ethic was blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that was 7 years ago. I was much younger, much more spry. I had much more energy. I was not as mentally ill then as I am now. Things change, Janet. People's health change, and that affects their capacity. Like, you know. But you ain't doing it for free. Understandable. I mean, that's the way to do it, really. Because, I mean, that's the thing. It's different than when, like, you volunteer to take on some extra work because, like, you know, you feel bad for a coworker who's really struggling. Versus, like, you know, being voluntold and, like, yeah, you're not going to get extra compensation because, like, you know, even though it's not something you would have taken on, like, yourself kind of thing. Before you had us to take care of? Yeah. Before, I would just come home, work out for 20 minutes, and then just, like, you know, turn into, like, a bug on the rug, basically. Now I'm like, I come home, I eat, I work my second job, then I go to bed. Second job is at least fun. This is at least, like, a job out of passion. I mean, it's not a true job, but it's like, if your hobby makes you any sort of money, I think, like, you can think of it as employment to some extent. Dragon! Hello, hello! Alrighty. We be yapping for 30 minutes. I got Danganronpa up on the other screen, so let's get going. Hang on. Where is it? Ah, perfect. I was gonna say, I probably don't have to redo the capture. Because we were playing this last time. Yesterday, we didn't need it. Full-time streamer would be crazy, not gonna lie, right? Like, it's a low-key dream. It's a very hard thing to achieve. But you know what they say. You need a goal that's achievable, a goal that's a little bit out of reach, but achievable with some hard work, and then, like, you know, the one that's literally shoot for the stars kind of thing. Hi, Adrenaline! Hello! Last time Ibuki tragically died, Yuko also died. Literally, like, this is like a strange little, like, double kill here. It's like, on one hand, it's like both my least favorite and my most favorite character died at the same time. So it's like, is this the worst thing that's happened to me in Danganronpa, or is it the best thing? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we finished... Did we finish investigating everything in here? I think we finished investigating the stage. Aw, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I did my best. The first year, I might have been able to get some faster growth, but I decided to lock down on setting boundaries early on, and that was what's the word I'm looking for? And that, like, you know, stunts the growth a little bit because you end up losing people who just, like, fly by and they're like, hey, small person, I can do whatever you want. No. Was Dangan on the schedule? Technically, it was not originally. I did update the schedule, though, if you check announcements in the Discord, because I realized, what's the word I'm looking for? I realized Tales of Graces is going to come out on Friday. Yeah, Tales uprooted everything. I lost track of the days, realized Graces is coming out on Friday, and I'm like, I can't wait 3 days to play this. So we you know, I scrambled and rearranged everything around it. I'm like, okay. This way we still play everything that was on the schedule for the week. But I managed to slide Tails in on Friday. Didi has streamed more hours more consistently than many full-time streamers I've watched. I think the only people who have gotten me beat are like Coyote and like Fuamoko, like those types. Because they're like, hey, 8-hour streams every day, basically. Which I can't do because of work. And like that's like one of the things I saw people were talking about. It's like, oh, if you want to like grow as a streamer, like you need to like actually spend less time streaming and more time like, you know, making shorts and like hire editor and like all that stuff. I'm like, you're right. But at the same time, people want to watch you stream, so I'm like, at the same time, it feels like it's counterproductive to stream less. It's more like you should probably find more hours to squeeze in the other stuff. Saw 11 in September. How many saws do we need? Yeah, I mean, I was talking about this at the start of stream as well, that, like, I basically treat this as a job. Especially since I do consistently make a little bit of money per month. Like, first few months I was monetized, it was hit or miss, and then, like, I started pretty consistently getting just above the bare minimum, and I'm like, alright, well, technically, like, yes, this is a hobby that pays for itself, but if I'm getting paid to do something in this society, it's technically a job, so, you know. Oh, no. But yes, what else do we have to check here? No! No Shadow Realm already! Someone needs to stop this child. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Hit me up? I meant hit me. The shattered remains of a machine are spread all over the floor. I'm trying to stream at the same time. There's like a war crime happening in the chat. Oh, there it is. You made a wheel? No. Oh my god. So, is not a valid account, correct? I mean, we can't see you spin the wheel. Am I gonna have to bring back a second version of our wheel? Actually, you know what? No. That's not fair. Because technically, anyone in chat, whether they're lurking or not, should be included as a possibility for banishment on like a spin to win kind of wheel. So Zetsubou's automatically biased already based on who he puts on the wheel. Wheel. I mean, like, I can do the... At some point, we can bring back the wheel for that stuff. It's just, yeah, I was like... Technically, it's not fair to everyone if we do a wheel, because like we can't get, it's only range. What a liar. This guy said he wants to join the military. God help us all. Zon, I'll leave it to you, because as you rightly pointed out, so is not a valid account name. I will leave it in your hands whether or not you want to be benevolent or we just, like, basically shot a blank. Like, we were playing Russian roulette and we got a blank. We'll let it slide this time. So, So, yeah, we're playing Russian roulette. Click, click, click. It's a blank shot. You get to live. Let me have some last words, please. Well, I'm not the one who decides. I'm not the one who hits the button, so. Damn. His last words were, let me have some last words. Oh, no. It has happened once again. 2 of my cherished friends died at the same time. I cannot believe it. This is the place where Ibuki sang for Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko looked like she was having so much fun listening to her music. And now these 2 are no longer here. Ah, such a tragedy. I understand how you feel, but please get a hold of yourself. Rude. She can cry if she wants. 2 of our friends were killed. That's all the more reason why we can't just leave this alone, right? We must do this then. For the sake of the 2 who have fallen. Big bet tonight. If only I noticed sooner, Ibuki might have been saved. Hey, when did you realize Ibuki was missing? Stop crying over death. Get over it, right? I'm like, whoa, bro. Let people process their emotions. Like, I get, like, you don't... There's not a lot of time before the trial starts, so you guys need to not fall to pieces. But, like, if she's working and sniffling at the same time, like, that's fine. You actually won! Congratulations! After leaving Nagito's room, I went to the on-call room, and that's when it came to me. That I should go check on how everyone in the hospital is doing. One more time before I go to sleep. And so I went to the patient rooms and noticed that Ibuki was gone. So I quickly ran out of the hospital. You didn't check to see if she was elsewhere in the hospital first? And then I saw Fuyuhiko in front of the hospital, so I asked him if he could help me look for Ibuki. Huh? That reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby. That is a long story. I'm just an extra source of points to you guys. Oh no! The underappreciated mod. The unsung hero. Y'all send each other to the Shadow Realms at your whims. But Zon's the one that actually has to pull the lever. No one thinks about the dude who pulls the lever. There's no way I doubt you, because we've been together since this morning. You're right. We were together until you went to the on-call room. That's right. We were together until just a little before the morning Monokuma announcement. So I don't doubt you. I'm telling the truth. Is it alright if I continue with my autopsy? If you talk to me again later, I'll tell you when I know. So please, spare my life! What happened to not doubting me? Such is life. Alright, Mikan's account. Gundam. Did you direct your gaze to the brave stature of my 4 dark devas of destruction? Thanks. Hey, Hajime, take a look at this. What? Look what's in front of the door. This is a drumstick, right? And it looks like it's broken. Did they seal the door with freaking drumsticks through the handle? No way. No wonder the door broke easily. I mean, like... No, that's high security, right? I mean, drumsticks, like, they're not easy to break. You do have to put a lot of effort into it, but, like, you know, much easier to break than, like, you know, an actual lock. What happened to it? If something like this is in front of the door, you think it might be a real big clue? Why would this be a clue? Bro cannot think. Remember when we came to the music venue? If it won't open, the only thing we can do is force our way through. It doesn't matter if you can do it or not, you gotta try. The door was locked when we tried to go inside, and the four of us charged into the door. But when I examined it, I found out that this door doesn't have a lock at all. What? The worst grade you can get at Chaos Academy. Oh, wow. We've gone down this path, huh? Excuse me. Ranger actually just going down there to gather extra nether materials? For sure. Gotta prepare for whenever we, like, you know, finally go fight the Ender Dragon or something. Huh? The door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of the handle. If a stick was used to bar the door here, well, don't you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? You mean, you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? The broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. Then, how was the killer able to get out? I mean, the music venue doesn't have any windows. This door is the only entrance. If they locked the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't be able to escape outside. We're learning this is technically a locked room murder mystery. Because, like, the room was locked from the inside. And they're like, how did the killer get out then? Like, you know, there was no way they could... Am I sick? I mean, I just sneezed, so I don't know if I'm sick or not, but I mean... I did see a whole bunch of people on the weekend, so who knows? I'm just sniffly. And I mean, it's getting very cold here. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door, and they waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us? Yeah! The true danger of family gathering gets you more than anything. Absolutely. You know, don't they use tricks like that a lot in mystery dramas and stuff? If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around here somewhere. Alright, I'm definitely gonna find it. Because, yeah, family gatherings, and then also, I haven't been sleeping well since I got back from my parents' place, so, like, you know, everything adds up. Doing my best, though. Whew. I made more of my lemon ginger honey, stuff. Like the tincture, basically, but I put lots of extra ginger, and ooh, now it's strong. It's very strong. It's good, but it's strong. Sleep stream when? Oh my god. You guys want to just listen to me grind my teeth for like 5 hours? I can't sleep if there's any light though, so I would have to turn off the monitors and hopefully my PC not goes to sleep. Like you said, that might be possible, but I heard what you two were discussing. Chiaki. That was kind of a cool entrance. Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting. What is it? They glued the door shut? Look, there's a weird glob where the right and left door touch, see? You're right. What is this? It looks too firm to think it's rubber. Yeah, it doesn't look like rubber, but... As she said that, Chiaki bent down, scraped off the semi-transparent glob with her finger. Oh, she ate it! Why are you putting it in your mouth? It smells like workshop chemicals. And there's chewiness, I see. This thing may be a glob now, but that doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. For instance, if it was originally a liquid that hardened into this, it might be possible to apply it directly and smoothly to the gaps of the door. What are you talking about? Yeah, just as I thought, it tastes nasty, and she's poisoned herself. She's like, oh, hey, it tastes like workplace chemicals. I'm like, you mean like toxins? Besides that bit about the taste, it's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? I'm guessing whatever the reason they needed it so hot in here was for the goo. Semi-transparent glob, God. Alright. Akane? Hey, are you okay? Are you still not feeling well? Yeah, I don't really get it, but when I think about Nekomaru, it's like my knees start shaking. That's weird. There's no way I've got that kind of weakness. Akane has learned the concept of mortality. And now things will never be the same. I'd probably go away if I battled a strong dude, but Nekomaru's not here. Nekomaru will definitely come back. You're right. Konnichiwa! Hello! Hajime, this might be impudent of me to ask, but will you listen to what I have to say? I heard that you witnessed the incident from the very beginning, right? So what? Can you provide me with a summary? I need to reach the truth behind this incident for the sake of dedicating my body to an even greater hope. Oh, okay. No? Why? Don't make me repeat myself. No! Hajime, you're not helping at all. Like, literally, you are not helping. I see. That's disappointing. Now someone's gonna turn the tables on Hajime and be like, you're the only one who saw or knew how this happened. That's highly suspicious. See, if you had just told Nagito, you could have implicated him instead. But, like, you know, whatever. There's a door that says staff only. Yes, we know. How did you get in here? We just talked to him outside and he's like, woo! Even harder than Teru Teru felt? Oh, man. I'd say too soon, but it's been like 3 weeks. The stickers? I feel like there are less stickers than before. Well, yeah, they're all over the place. Carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on the shelves. This thick black paper that's folded up on the lower shelf, it looks like wallpaper. There are a lot of stickers pasted all over the side of the wallpaper. And this edge looks a little torn, but what does this mean? Oh, so it was on the pillar that Hiyoko was tied to, but why did they take it down is the question. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the shadiest of them all? You can see your whole body in this huge full-length mirror. It's probably used for checking costumes. With a mirror this big, it'd be easy to check how you look. Or if anyone's behind you. Oh, this again! Okay, apparently we can't check. There's a lot of different musical instruments. You've never seen a banjo before? Nagito, did you come here to investigate the storage room too? No, he came here to be alone with you. I just want to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it? Or is he trying to stand guard here? So how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped-over stepladder on the stage, the duct tape binding Hiyoko. That probably all came from this storage room. There might be other things here from this room that they used for the crime. You always pretend to give me hits, but in the end, you're just going to be on the killer's side, right? Aw, I'm not siding with the killer, you know. I'm just on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. That's all there is to it. That's the main reason why this case is really special. But I can't say for certain, though. What is this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense. Moonbeam magic. Moonbeam magic. By the way, Hajime, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened. Hey, if you can explain it to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some more useful information. Really? You might end up confusing us again instead. You don't want to find the truth. You just want to make us suffer. That's not true. I'm doing it because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'll gladly become the enemy. And I won't even mind when I die. So basically, if the killer acts out of hope, he'd side with him. That's essentially what he did in the first one. Because he tried... Nagito himself tried to commit a murder to get things in motion. Because he saw himself as the least useful of the characters on the island. And since he felt like Teru had more worth than him, he tried to help out. And, like, take the blame, basically. So in the case of Mahiru dying, probably you'd argue that wasn't in the name of hope because Mahiru was the glue that held the group together. So even though they were like overcoming adversity through it, they are weaker without having her around, kind of thing. What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not gonna tell me, huh? Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Dude just wanted to help his mom? Yeah. But, like... you can't just kill people. I do appreciate how the game just outright called him out because Teruto was like, I was just trying to save you guys. I'm not a bad guy. And they're like, oh, please. If that's all you were worried about, you would have told someone what you found out. Blah, 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 blah. And then it was like, you're right. I just wanted to leave. I gotta find out what happened to my mom. You're going to kill Byakuya, kill him in DR1? Damn. I mean, understandable. Hang on. What's a good spot for you guys? I guess over here. I noticed the chat was starting to cut off the text, so I'm like, where can I put you guys? You should come by later, too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where? No, please put us underneath Nagito. Well, now you're on top of him. Isn't that better? Well, obviously, the movie theater. After he said that, Nagito walked out of my sight. Movie theater? Why the son interested in the movie theater? Is that where they got infected? With the frickin' despair disease? Are the people who got infected all the people who went to go see Monokuma's dumb movie? I guess we'll find out. Alright, with this, we might be close to finish. We might be close to finish investigating the music venue. Grammar's a little weird with that sentence, but okay, we'll let it go. But I still need to talk to Mikon. I need to make sure I get those autopsy results from her. Surely she didn't falsify anything. How about it, Mikon? Have you found out anything by now? It's been very inconclusive. But it's not my fault. This music venue is just too hot. Because of the heat, I can't estimate the time of death. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured was happening with the heat. Because of the heat? Is that possible? If a body is overexposed to heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death. I see. That might have been the killer's goal. They covered up their time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. But that's weird. Even if this heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? I agree, as long as I saw it, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First was Ibuki, then Hiyoko. And as long as this is an imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistaking the order of the murders. Huh? Imitation murder? Huh? You don't know, Hajime? I thought everyone already knew. It's a murder where the killer uses a creative work, like a song or a film, as an outline for their killings. How were we to know that that's what this was for? It's so common in detective novels, manga, and video games that you start to get annoyed by it. How would an imitation murder be related to this murder? Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clearly an imitation of that movie. That movie? The assumption is an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed two people. What? They killed because of the Monokuma movie? Is that it? This was really an imitation of that movie. Then is it possible that one more person might have been killed? Certainly conceivable if the killer wishes to complete the imitation. Hold on a sec. What are you talking about? Are you guys worried there's gonna be another victim? Then no worries. Things would get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. I'm a real cautious fella, so I've prepared a perfect countermeasure. Ahem. On this killing school trip, the same blackhead can only kill a maximum of 2 people. You mean you've added another rule? Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the black kid would be able to secure an easy victory, right? This new rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains. There will not be any more killings? Not right now, anyway. Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? You know, I just want to confirm one of the class trial rules. I see. As expected of you, you're very strict about games. I don't want to consider this possibility at all, and I don't even want to think someone would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers? Eh? Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Hiyoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean the 2 killers exist at the same time, but we can only vote for one person, right? We can only choose one based on a majority vote. The other person would certainly achieve victory. Yeah, you're right. So, what happens in that case? Bow, bow! Hi, Shrimpies! What about a case where there's 3 incidents instead of 2? Or 4 incidents overlap? Shut up! It's okay, I'll make extra sure something like that never happens. Meaning 2 killers can't exist at the same time. So it's safe to say that applies to this case too, right? Ugh! Alright, fine. Fine! That's right, there's always 1 killer at any given time. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is. Man, I ended up giving you a huge hint. She made me say it. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave. Not gonna be able to stay for long. Fair enough. Well, thank you for stopping by. I see. So there's no possibility of 2 killers at the same time. With this, I guess that narrows things down a little. Yep, that makes things a little easier. Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people, it means the 3rd victim would be impossible. You guys keep saying that, and it sounds strange. What do you guys mean by imitation? Could it be? You haven't seen it? Seen it? Seriously, seen what? Like I said, that movie. When we first explored this island, Monokuma was passing out invitation tickets. Then the invitation is... Oh god, of course, they all went to see that movie. Alright, technically it's break time. So I'm gonna get up and stretch a little bit. And then we will be right back to it. So hang tight for like another minute 30 seconds. Whoop. Hello, hello. Alright, jumping jacks. One sec. I actually just did some stretching on the floor as well. Alrighty. Here we go. I'll start with jumping jacks and then I'll do squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, squats. Back away from the desk a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ugh. There we go. Hi Gundam, how you doing? Excuse me. Well, based on the time murders this time, it closely resembles that movie. Okay. As if they copied the movie. Have I left yet? No, we have not left yet. Soon, it seems like it. I see. Nagito mentioned something like that. Oh yeah, gut feelings, go to the movie theater, blah 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 blah. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously the movie theater. Womp womp womp. I see. So you haven't seen it yet. Still, it's not too late. I think. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts. Looks like I need to do that. Then I should get going too. Can no one give me the spark notes? Where do you intend to go next? Probably the hospital. The first victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place. Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go in there for some time. She's right, it might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death, or clues related to Hyoko's death. I should try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. Oh, and everyone left. Leave here, yes. You'll be lurking? Okay. Sure, let's try the motel first. I never went inside any of the rooms. Plus, I don't even know where Hyoko's room is. It might be faster just to ask someone. Gundam! You're here, right? Come on out. Huh? Are you talking to me? I can see you. Do you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Hey, which room was Hyoko staying in? Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear. And you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. How did this guy talk to his parents and teachers? The same way he does. Looks like it's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. It opened, just as I thought. The key was Hyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. This is pretty nice for a motel. Sheesh. So, Hyoko was staying here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted. Huh? Did the door open? Yeah, Hyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it. I see. What? Did something happen? No, it's just... I'm starting to believe it might be my fault. Her fault? The moment Hyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right? However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in. She had another reason. Besides that disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in? Her kimono. Her kimono? Yesterday, I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence, it was not locked at that time. And then I saw it. Wow. Hyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower. But then she could not tie her sash anymore. Mahiru is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. Wasn't Mahiru supposed to teach her how to do it? She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono, huh? The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru. That Mahiru kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own. She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiru taught her. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say? By her own admission, she sucks at anything that isn't dancing. How about you do it someplace where there's a mirror? There's no mirror in the hotel bathroom? Wow. And that was when she kicked me out. Could it be Hyoko remembered that? Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hyoko locked her room and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident? Or was someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening in. Nobody knew. That's the case. How did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. Bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. Well, yeah. It's small and rusty. Yikes. Hey, get back here. There's a freaking Monokuma. Ah, there he is. Is that Monokuma? It sure is! Let's see. It's the bed, camera, sink, monitor. Looks like that was it. Very simple and... Okay, still things worth investigating if you say so. Hey, Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the baton lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki at this motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue, he met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open. So we had no choice but to break the door down, and discovered Hiyoko's body was suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened. This is the most important part. When you first arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki? As I recall... Did you hear me? A body was found! Yeah, so Monomi and our good friend Gundam. I hope Gundam makes it. I hope we don't lose Gundam. Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monomi. I see. So Kazuichi and Sonia didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious? Well, Hiyoko was killed between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? Your hope is Chiaki? That Chiaki doesn't die? That would also be nice. What is it? Based on the first game, only 4 people can really escape all this. I mean, Hajime, obviously gonna get out. Nagito, I think it's pretty much a safe bet. I don't want Fuyuhiko to die. He's already been through a lot. He already technically had his death. But I mean, there's 8 people right now, and if there's only gonna be 4 of them in the end, well... First game was 5, right? Yes. Because there was Makoto, Kyoko, Byakuya, Toko, Aoi, and Hiro. I forgot about Toko. I forgot to count Toko. If hypothetically there were 4 survivors, who would you pick? Ooh. If I could pick just based on... Toko counts as 2. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah. If I could go just based on, like, personal favorites, not based on who's most likely to make it, I would go, the 4 survivors would be, Fuyuhiko, Chiaki, Nagito, and Gundam. If I go on who seems most likely based on, like, the vibe of the story, Hajime, Nagito, Fuyuhiko, and who would be 4? I guess Gundam? If I really want Gundam to make it, but I don't know. I want him to make it, but like at the same time, I got bad vibes. I got a bad feeling. Same with Chiaki. I mean, I've seen spoiler screenshots in the wild. You cannot search for anything to do with Chiaki without running into some extremely questionable screenshots, so I'm like... I mean, like, I guess, in theory, she could still make it. Like, I just... Like, to be fair, the screenshots just show her as very bloody, and I mean, we've seen Fuyuhiko make it through an execution and only lose an eye, so I mean, it's possible. But, like, it's just like, like, when you see screenshots of characters bloody, you're like, ooh, that doesn't look good. He's been bloody twice, true. Yeah, because of Fuyuhiko, there's kind of precedent. Because the first time I saw bloody Chiaki screenshots, I'm like, oh god, she doesn't make it, does she? And then I saw Fuyuhiko all bloody. I'm like, wait, does he die? And then he comes back. I'm like, now I don't know. Does Monokuma survive? I mean, technically he's a robot, and there's Danganronpa 3, so some kind of Monokuma survives. So obviously those 2 are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but... While we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikon panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what was going on. She said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh? Well, we were circling the island. We came to the motel and saw you guys. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island? No, we went to the movie theater and that street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikon and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hyoko and wrapped her around that pillar with duct tape. It's true, I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. But the fact is, Hyoko was killed, and we did discover her body. Huh? What, do you still doubt me? Well, I'm used to it. It's true, I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry, even if you don't doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. I didn't want to know in advance what I'd have to do to end up like that. Damn. Fuyuhiko, next protagonist of the, Like a Dragon, Ryuga Gotoku series after, you know, they finish with, Ichiban. Gandamu! Oh, there's nothing? Okay. Alright then. Guess that was it. We just needed to talk to Fuyuhiko. Yes, kitty, hello. Alright. Let's check out the hospital. The movie theater feels like it will have the most relevant stuff, so let's check out the hospital. Oh, come on. Investigate the lobby first. I feel like I haven't been here in a while, even though it's really only been a few days. Yeah, don't say, my girl. Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right? Yeah, so I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Oh, okay. No one who's innocent says anything like that, bro. Did you get this from that shady looking alley where all those machines were lined up? Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then if there are other surveillance camera units, wouldn't it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too? No, that's impossible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor. But if I left it like that, we would be able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it. Not really! You just need to be Chihiro levels of smart. However, I did just swap the cameras. I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. Alright, surveillance camera. As long as the music venue surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this. Hey, Hajime, there's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go there? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera? Oh, I also wanted to ask. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions. Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. Sure, we can tell Chiaki and Kazuichi, but God forbid we tell Nagito. But the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that, there was a stepladder on the floor. He's just too soon, you're right. And right away... 1 second. Pep, what are you doing? Hi. What you got there? Where'd you get this? Heard the weird sound of stuff dragging on the floor, and I was like, Pep, what are you doing? And now you're trying to chew the desk. Okay. Alright, give me a second. These cats are acting like they haven't been fed. So before they chew on something they're not supposed to, be right back. Ah! Oh, okay, I'm back. Alright. A person was wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I don't know who it was because their face was covered. But now I know it must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder and, without any hesitation, she climbed the stepladder of her own free will. And then she grabbed that rope and that's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because the screen went dark all of a sudden and it wasn't displaying anything anymore. Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model. Ah, hold on. At the time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the hemp bag was Ibuki, right? Yeah. You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself. So you rushed over to try to stop her. But I didn't make it in time. Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? What do you think, Chiaki? There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right? Yeah, there's no doubt. If so... Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. I think it's a little more complicated than that, buddy. Well, of course she does it. There's no way we'd be able to figure that out so easily. Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. You said the conference room. But why would she need to mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking, but... did she seem a little upset? Hajime, your EQ is garbage. My goodness. Alright. Can I go through here now? Yes, I can. Akane. I'm finally getting back to my normal self. Hajime, help me out with my recovery. Hold on. No thanks. He's gotta be gay. He's gotta be gay then. Or at least asexual. She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better. Oh, what is wrong with you? Hajime is terrible. God. Anyway, why are you here? Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but... hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns? Yep, that's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nakito was wearing. If I have no choice, then I should just use Nakito's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit in it. Hold on, what happened to the gown you were wearing? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross, but you're gonna wear the one Nakito wore? No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikon back at the music venue. Crap, I got... Girl. Well, it's okay since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. Alright, so... there was an extra hospital gown used then. So my theory might be right then, in that it wasn't actually Ibuki climbing up the ladder, just the killer framing, like filming a video to throw everything off. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4. Nagito, Akane, Ibuki. Fuyuhiko used to be in 4? We still don't know where Nekomaru is, which is crazy. Oh, can I check Ibuki's room? No? We're not gonna check her room? Hajime is a bad detective. He got hit with a rocket launcher, yup. And we got a cross shot to top it all off. Is that a freaking MRI? It sure is. That's crazy. Why is it vibrating like that? You fell asleep. Gasp. Alright, this isn't a room for patients. Blah, 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 blah. I thought you'd recover, but guess not, guess not. It's okay. Sometimes we need days of extra sleep. It looks like a storage room. If this is the only on-call room, working at a hospital must be tough. So if the room like this exists, that means there used to be people here, right? I mean, generally there are more than a single on-call room in a hospital. Usually there are more than 4 rooms in a hospital too. This is more like a clinic than like a hospital. Excuse me. Funny how they let us come in here and find absolutely nothing, but God forbid I can't go into Ibuki's room and see if there were any clues. Well, it's pitch black. Where's the switch? Don't turn it on. Huh? Chiaki? Are you there? If you turn on the light, it's gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing. What's fully exposed? Hey, Hajime. If you poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out? I'm not gonna poke out my eyes! Aww. Bummer. Troll failed. No sooner did she finish saying that, I heard the dry sound of curtains being drawn. There was a flash of intense light that stunned my eyes a little. I squinted until they started adjusting to the light. And I saw Chiaki had finished opening the curtain that was covering the window. Were you surprised? Surprised? I don't get it. I got it. Got what? The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. There's a projector in here, so they were probably careful about light shining through. See? A black curtain that blocks light, and it's also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect. A black light blocking curtain. That's why it was so dark. So, is something wrong with it? I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. I need that for your room. Same. No, I keep buying what they claim are blackout curtains. They never actually block out light. I need to like find some legitimate ones that are like, oh yeah, blocks out 99% of the light. Liars. Yeah, I mean, it might also be because I don't have enough panels, but like, who knows? I got these from Walmart. Don't trust Walmart. Walmart's a scam. Not that Amazon's much better, but... The other side of lavender now? Yeah. The sun really, changes things. I've had these for a few years, so that's probably also part of the problem, but... Question? Answer? That bit about it being embarrassing if I look and troll fail? Do y'all lock your doors when you go to sleep? Me? No. Well, I mean, like, because my cats like to come in and out of my room, and I have 2 doors. So I shut one door, but if I shut both doors, the cats would scream the place down. Doors, I don't even lock my computer. Yeah. I know Rumi-chan always shuts her door, so like, I mean, I shut the door. I shut one door because it's the one closest to... She would have to walk past my room to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But I have a curtain over the other door. That's like connected to like the little alcove that is near where the cat's litter boxes are. So the cats can come in through the bathroom, through the little alcove, through the curtain into my room if they want. And yes, it does usually keep the airflow a little better. I prefer to have all my doors open, so... Because if it wasn't obvious from, like, this, like, I rent my second room to students, so I don't always have a room... There isn't always a Rumi-chan, so I prefer to keep the door open. When I don't have a Rumi-chan, like during the summer and stuff, usually they, they go home for the school year at the end of the school year, but yeah. When I shut my door, Dad asks if I'm shutting you out of my life. Oh my god. Crazy. Yep, she's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. That's it! I don't understand you, bro. Alright, I guess it's time for the movie theater. Whee! Alright. I guess we'll see how much longer the investigation segment takes. Because I don't want to get started on the trial and then have to stop midway through the trial. So if, like, the stream ends up being only just over 2 hours, then, like, so be it, I guess. Because in this game, unlike Phoenix Wright, it's really easy to actually forget stuff. You still gotta work tomorrow? Yup, I still gotta work. So usually I could go until 10, but like I said, I would rather end a stream early than have to like stop in a really awkward spot. Because especially with this game, it's really easy to forget stuff if you stop like in the middle. It's not like Ace Attorney where there's like, you know, 6 breaks in a trial where you could just stop for the day. Why, hello, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. Ha ha ha. Cute. Especially with how long these trials are. Imagine stopping. Yeah, no, these trials have to be done in like as one go as much as possible. Like they do, I did notice in Danganronpa 2, they do have like a quote-unquote intermission. But it feels like if you stopped at the intermission, you would still forget a lot of stuff. So, that means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case in which the killer used that movie as their theme. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched that movie yet. I see. Then you really should watch it first. Hey, manager! A customer's here! Yes, did you call me? Huh? Hajime's the customer. Do you have a problem with that? When you said you didn't want to watch it, but I knew you wanted to all along. If that's what Tsundere Hajime looks like, then you're a real tough guy. You were so devoted to being tsundere, you even bought the Monokuma sticker. Paid $1.5 million for a sticker? It's nothing. In exchange for not watching this movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagito? Stop! But my resistance was in vain. Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker. See, it's this one. I'm sorry, I was born stupid. You bought this? For $1.5 million? But in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie. Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me a ticket. Okay, here you go. It already says so on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. Effective today on this date at this time. By the way, I can only give away 1 ticket per person. You only have 1 chance to watch it for free. I've already stamped today's date on the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. "13th, 10:04 a.m. When Nakito looks at you with despair in his eyes, you know you're doomed. He can't believe his boyfriend's this stupid. Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once. Then I'll go prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit, okay? Hajime, about that invitation ticket, I strongly recommend you keep that safe. Huh? Why? No reason, just think of it as a protective charm. 2.5D. Monokuma made a movie using live 2D. I guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations. Hasty boys get hated, you know? Oh, okay. You're definitely gonna buy that. Yes, you're definitely gonna buy it. I can't believe you bought this thing. But even you said you should have just settled it with money to get out of seeing that movie. You're right, but that means I would have had to buy that thing, you know? Just leave me alone. He's a little baka! Popcorn, sandwiches, and drinks. I don't think this pertains to the incident at all. No, but now I really want popcorn. Limited item, blah, 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 blah. If the tote bag is gone, that means... Oh, were you interested in buying that tote bag? Not really. Well, that's just too bad. It's already sold out. Yeah, don't say. Who'd you sell it to? Stupid, there's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that'd reveal who the killer is. So the killer bought it? Ah! You said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one person. What's the difference? When you buy one bag, you get another one free! It's a common practice to pay customers with bonus prizes! For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off. I see. Alright. Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue. Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away. Boo-hoo-hoo, this is exciting! Oh boy, alright, here we go. I apologize for keeping you waiting. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D will be screening shortly. Is there a rendition of Somewhere Over the Rainbow? From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this. 2.5D, that sounds so half-assed. Now then, please relax and enjoy the film! Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. Oh god, we're off to a great start. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise, and was whisked away to Monomi's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monomi scarecrow hanged herself and died. I see. So that's the first murder. I see. I guess that's why they were expecting there would be 3 deaths. He also met a Monokumi lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows. Wow. He also met a Monomi Tin Man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the Wizard Monomi, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monomi. And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury. Alright. Monokuma, I don't even know where to begin with this. as a former media literacy student, I gotta tell you, even as a short film, this is a piece of garbage. You just threw a bunch of weird things in just for the sake of trying to give shock value and confuse the audience, but there was nothing substantial to it. The cinematography is flat. The artwork is uninspired. You fail. He tried. I've seen student films better than this. I've seen vlogs better filmed than this. Why is our beloved Dee Dee taking a Monokuma production seriously? Because my background, I went to school for media analysis and journalism, so this is right up my alley. Passion? Yes. I've seen worse. I mean, it kind of like kept your interest in the fact you were just confused the whole time. But like other than that, yeah. Also, what was the 2.5D? They didn't explain what that was about. 2.5D implies that something should be popping out. Nothing popped out. Man, movies are the best. The drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues. One for each. What's your second head, you ask? Remember in Danganronpa 1, when Monokuma was like, your flagpole is standing up? That's the second head. Ugh. Oh. My God. Maybe it's a good thing Ranger is away. I would hate for his beloved Monokuma to be ruined because they said something lewd. She cannot bear it anymore. I cannot! We need to send him into space. Now then, let's meet again at the class trial. Goodbye, bye, bye! Oh my God. I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe the situation. You were choking? Understandable. How was it, actually? I don't even need to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I'd ever seen. Is it okay to even call that a movie? But thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like you said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. I mean, sort of. Hyoko wasn't, like, you know, filled with holes or anything, but Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death, too. Not really. Would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer's upset about that right now. Or if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. Hello! How's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma! Yay! Awesome! The class trial's gonna start, you know. So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP. I'll see you soon. It's already time. So, this again. I need to go to that place again. But now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hyoko became victims. In order to find the truth, the only thing I can do is go. Yahoo! It's the last beast. Monomi is about to fight frickin' like, oh, what's his name? Starscreamer? Nope, there's a fifth island. Never mind. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. And soon enough... Is everyone here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial? Hey, jerk! Hold it right there! Huh? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells. My brain works just fine! Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru? I see. So you've come to avenge him. Avenge? That sounds like he died. Sounds like you say, oops. Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent. Uh-oh. Well, this is awkward. Hey, did you hear what he said? Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's just trying to piss us off. Of course he's not dead. There's no way. Not in a million years. More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. Why are you so excited about that? Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough. Then let's go. Alright! Let's hurry up and get this over with. You're right. Okay, here we go. Bleh! We stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. When everyone was inside Monokuma Rock, okay, bye. Oh, the whole bear is the elevator. Okay. The elevator began its deep descent as usual. But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place. My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. All two people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him. Why bother? What? Now then, let's begin. Damn. Now I'm really curious. And so the curtain to the third-class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hiyoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those two is among us. Interesting how all the survivors so far are on this, like, this one panel, and on the other side, almost everyone is gone. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friend's sake. For Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. And so, the curtain to the third-class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Yo! Save progress, yes, so alright. And we'll call it here for today, because we're not going to be able to get anywhere in this trial in like 45 minutes. Alas, in a perfect world, we'd keep going, but womp 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 womp. But I do like how, like, it's about, like, you know, each chapter takes about 3 streams when we break it up. This one was just an odd one because the daily life segment was so long. And I swear the investigation was really short to make up for that. Good progress? Yes! So yeah, tomorrow, like, I've changed the schedule around. Tomorrow we're doing more Ace Attorney investigations. Want to take another half an hour to listen to all the non-spoiler OST? Ah, it's okay. It's all good. Let's see. Doing like a music stream is a little weird because if it's not as part of the game, Twitch is more likely to flag you from my understanding, so better to be safe than sorry. So let's see here. Who can I send you guys to? Sato is playing Higurashi, but I'm not sure if they're wrapping up because they're getting close to 4 hours. Let's see. I think they're still in the middle of a chapter, so I'll send you guys there. They're playing Higurashi like spooky, but they are 2 chapters behind, I think. Because it looks like they're still in like the Mion Shion chapter, which was like chapter 2. They're also using the old art style, so it is a very different vibe than Spooky streams. Sometime this year, I would like to play Higurashi myself, because I haven't caught all of Spooky streams. Sato we're sending to. I'm writing to. Spooky, yes, has been playing it as well. But yeah, at some point I might play Higurashi this year, because I don't have all of the story, and I mean, visual novels are fun! I need to get back to more VNs. We've doubled down on the JRPGs, but such is life. Such is life. Alrighty. I'm gonna send you off to Sato then. So, that's gonna be it for me. I will see you guys tomorrow for Ace Attorney Investigations. Haven't been able to catch it all. Same. So yeah, I do have chapter 1 of Higurashi already in my Steam library, so I don't know. Maybe we'll start that in February. I did say I wanted to start more visual novels in like February. I was saying more like dating sims, but hey. Close enough. Thank you, Son, and thank you everybody else. When's the class trial? It will be next week. I'll figure out the schedule, Momo. But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. No more plans for Danganronpa until at least Monday. But yes, for now, I will see you guys later. So, if it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. If it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. And until next time, take care of yourself. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.